So today's video will be for those of you who are wondering how to keep up efficiency. So efficiency is just getting your work done in a more effective way. So yeah, just kind of having a more effective lifestyle. So that can be being productive or whatever you like to call it. But efficiency is just when you feel like you're getting a lot done in a good amount of time, just when you feel like everything's going really well and you're um, getting things done on time. It means a lot of different things. But anyway, these are a few things that help me stay efficient and just feel good in general about my schoolwork, about just school life. The first thing is organization, and I have a whole separate video on that. It's my last video. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. It has a lot of really good tips on how to work in organization into your daily routine and what organization really means in terms of going to high school. This video is more so about how to really keep up those habits and how to feel good about those habits. So habits, that's my first thing. Working in habits to your daily routine is going to be really effective in the long run. So something I like to do is set limits for myself on each subject because sometimes things that I have for homework can take a lot longer than other things I have for homework. And if I'm stuck on something, I can spend hours on one thing and then I've realized that I've done nothing else because I've just been staying on that. So even if you know you need to come back to something, setting maybe 45 minutes to an hour for each subject, and then saying, okay, I've gotten everything I need to done, now I'm going to go back and work on that thing I was stuck on. That's, I think, it's really effective for me. That way you get everything you really need to done, and then you can work a little bit further into those things that it takes a little longer for. And something that my mom actually taught me was um, at the end of the day, you're not going to want to do any more homework because you're tired and you just got home from school and you've been working all day. And I totally sympathize with that. But something that my mom taught me is when you get home, having half an hour to an hour of just time to yourself, doing whatever you want, just guilt free you time. And then after that set time, getting into your homework. So that way you have some time to relax after school, but it's a set time. Because I know that if I don't set a time for myself, I won't do anything and then I'll get stressed out because I have to stay up late working on homework. So having half an hour to an hour of time to yourself and then jumping into homework is really helpful. Doing homework the day it's assigned. Your teachers will probably tell you to do this multiple times throughout the year. Listen to them. It really helps because your homework, even if you don't have a lot on Monday that's assigned, as the week progresses, it's going to stack up and you might get a little bit overwhelmed because you haven't done that homework. And doing homework the night that it's due, or sorry, hope you're not doing it the night that it's due, the night before it's due, typically isn't a good idea because if you haven't looked at it already, then you might have questions and you can't ask your teacher if you don't have a free block the next morning or if it's a white day. So it's just good to start doing things the day they're assigned because then your homework won't build up. And over the weekends, when they typically assign more homework, you can just focus on the weekend homework versus catching up from homework of that week. And I don't even know, that's not a word. Finding a space to focus is really important because although it's really fun to study with your friends, I know I like to do that. It typically isn't the best decision, especially when you have an exam due. I've run into this situation multiple times where I want to study with my friends and then I'm nearing the end of the collaboration period and I'm like, wow, I got nothing done and I have a test next block. So, prioritizing things that should be prioritized. If you have an exam that morning, finding just, again, a space to focus. So you can go to the library. The libraries actually have something that's really cool. It's for, you have to have more than one person, but if you have a couple friends and you're studying for the same test, or even if you just need a nice space to work, make sure you bring your school ID to school. And if you give the librarians your school ID, you can have a conference room. So there are rooms in the back of the library or right as you're entering the library to the left They're nice rooms so that you and your friends can just study and focus if you don't want to be in a place where there's a lot of loud noise. So that's really great. And then getting enough sleep is also really good. And trying to stay off of your screens about an hour before you actually go to sleep, because the blue light from your computers actually messes with your sleep cycle. So I know that sounds really sciencey, but just staying off your computers about an hour before you go to bed, your body will naturally get tired. Because if you're on your phone or your computer, even doing homework, which I know I stay up late doing, if you're on your computer right before you go to bed, you probably won't find yourself getting tired until like an hour after that, which can be really frustrating if you're trying to get sleep and you just can't fall asleep. That's probably why. So try to change that just every day. If you find yourself like, oh wow, yeah, maybe that's why I haven't been sleeping as well, that could be a reason. And that'll increase your efficiency because you'll have more energy to do things. And then the last couple things, doing like getting ready for the day the night before. So packing your backpack, unpacking your lunchbox, and getting your food ready for the next day. Picking out your clothes. I know that's a real time saver in the morning. Even just cleaning your room a little bit so you don't have to in the morning. Just getting ready for the next day the day before so that you don't have to worry about it in the morning. Because I don't know about you, but I find that things take way longer in the morning than they normally would at night. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know. But yeah, I think that's about it for now. If you have any more questions, again, comment down below. I hope that was helpful and stay efficient. Bye, guys.